Does it concern you that you may not be meeting all of your students' needs? When you evaluate, track, and monitor your students, are there those 1 or 2 students that you felt you could have impacted more? What techniques do you feel would have made the difference? How could you further impact the next cohort and harness more out of them? Learners all have their personal needs, learning styles, and multiple intelligence. Some learning needs are more severe than others. It is the role of the teacher to determine, using relevant information, the best provision for the student in their classroom. Let's explore some proven methods for meeting learners' needs and impacting their outcomes. When language needs are thought of, the initial focus may be on students who are English as an additional language learners, or where the language of instruction is given in is not the first language of the learner. These learners do need the differentiation in the lessons to ensure that they can access the subject-specific vocabulary, understand verbal communication, and engage in the learning conversations. Nevertheless, there are those learners who may have different language needs, even when the instructional language is in the language that they speak. Such difficulties include basic literacy skills, reading ages, global delay, and dyslexia. Some strategies are the use of keywords and phrases, pace and clarity of speech, supporting words with pictures, repetitive use of keywords, and encouraging the appropriate use of terminologies. When students present with an array of learning difficulties, it is important to be aware of their specific difficulties and the measures that are needed to enhance their learning experiences. This information is often available from the Special Educational Needs Coordinator or in the designated central location. It can also be found beneficial to develop individual learning plans that are specific to that particular student in your subject. It is also worth discussing with students other measures that might better support them in your lesson within reason. Provide printed materials where necessary. Use visual aids, episodic or layered teaching approaches, and Socratic questioning to get to the bottom of misconceptions and to build their conceptualization of the newly acquired knowledge and information. When students present with behavioral difficulties, understanding some techniques that might work to keep them engaged in the learning is beneficial. Giving immediate episodic rewards for achieving the expectations and slowly reducing the rewards or extending the time period of the episodes of rewards can be helpful. Have clear, explicit expectations of students for their behavior and their attitude to learning. Support them in achieving these expectations through the learning activities, the learning partnerships, the seating plans, and equip them with measures to help them with controlling their behaviors. Use tactile resources and manipulatives to build up learning and allow some mobility during the lessons. Also, ensure that the sequencing of the lessons shows students progression and keep them actively engaged in the learning process. All students benefit from structure, consistency, and routine. Ensure that this is embedded in their experiences. Some students' learning needs affect their cognition more than others. Some of these needs may be social, emotional, and prior educational attainment. Some students are behind their peers by their attainment and require additional support to be able to fully access their age-appropriate curriculum. Use progressive checks and ongoing assessments to ensure that students are making the required progress. Students will also benefit from the strategies that are used with students that have officially established difficulties or needs, and they will overall support in students' development and their attainment as they progress through their learning. Students' learning is the ultimate aim of teaching. Teaching students how to learn and guiding what they learn can be a difficulty for the best of teachers. Students' achievement should be of paramount importance in every classroom. Teachers need to work relentlessly at finding new techniques to support their students through their learning experiences and to realize the best possible outcomes. Hopefully, this has given you a starting platform from which to start or improve your delivery, your pedagogy, and meeting the needs of the learners within your classroom.